your name. Jehovah is your name. Jehovah is your name. Jehovah is your name. Mighty warrior, great in battle. Jehovah is your name. Mighty warrior, great.
This is GN Radio UK.
Jehovah
This is GN Radio UK.
is your name. Jehovah is your name. Hallelujah. Jehovah is your name. We bless your name, God. Jehovah is your name. You alone are worthy, Jehovah. Jehovah is your name. You are a mighty warrior. And you're great. Jehovah is your name. You are a mighty warrior. And you're great. Jehovah is your name. You are a mighty warrior. And you're so great. Jehovah is your name. You are a mighty warrior. And you're so great. Jehovah, Jehovah, you are mighty. And you're great. Jehovah is your name. You are mighty warrior. Yes, Lord. And you're great. Jehovah, 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 you are mighty. And you're great. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
This is GN Radio UK. This is GN Radio UK.
Nothing is impossible with you, God. Nothing's impossible with you, God. You fight my battles. You fight my battles. And you're
Yes, good morning, good morning. Yes, indeed, Jehovah is your name. Yes, Mighty warrior, strong in battle for all of us. A very good morning to you doing the listening. The station, of course, is GN Radio UK.
He always wins.
The name has not changed, it still remains the same, Dr. Ren.
Nothing's impossible with him.
If you're listening to us via our tuning, welcome and good morning, and I hope you're doing very well.
Nothing's impossible with him.
And to all our Facebook fans and those that are also watching us on our YouTube channel, if you have not subscribed, please kindly do so. All that you have to do is just type in GN Radio UK and kindly subscribe to our channel so that anytime we have any program, we will notify you urgently and quickly. Time now is 8:17. This is British time. Once again, a very good morning to you all. Yes, this morning we'll be speaking to our own brother Raf. Yes, we'll be speaking to Raf. And it's all about the Ghana Sika Digital Microfinance Savings Platforms. They've won a World Bank award. And so this morning, we are proud of our own Ghanaian brother, and we'll be definitely speaking to him this morning. So kindly stick and stay. Don't go nowhere. The World Bank Group announced the winners of the Mission Billion Challenge, Wuri West Africa Prize, and Ghana's Sika Digital Micro Savings Platform emerge tops. I bet this is one of the good news that you want to hear this morning. There's also concerns. I'm also mounting, and I'm talking about the $150. That is the charge for these COVID-19 PCR tests at the Kotoka International Airport. And maybe, hopefully, with the voices, the many voices that we have added, we have also raised concerns, and we've also written to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and very soon, hopefully, maybe. Through the minority leader Haruna Idrisu and the other prominent men and women of Ghana, we hope that the COVID-19 surcharge, $150, will be brought it a bit low. Yes, on Tuesday, the 27th of October, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo embarked on the three of his working tour of the Greater Accra region, and so he visited Circle, Abosso Okai, Jamestown, Salaga Market, Bukom Square, Okaishi, and Kokomlemle. And mind you, His Excellency, former President John Mahama is also on a tour of the Greater Accra region, and he started off from the Ada. Among others, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo commissioned 100 buses for use by the State Transport Company, and the managing director is Nana Akomia, and he says he inspected ongoing works at the site of the Obechebi Lamte interchange, which is now 92% complete, and according to engineers, maybe perhaps probably by the end of November, we will see the opening of the interchange, the Obechebi Lamte interchange. His Excellency did not end there. He further up out to Abosokan, where he interacted with spare parts dealers at the Abosokan constituencies. Also inspected ongoing construction work at the Jamestown Fishing Harbour, addressed a debate of chiefs and people of the Ga traditional area. I also saw His Excellency Nanadodankwa Akufo-Addo at Tiptoe Lane. Tiptoe Lane. It's a very significant to mention about Tiptoe Lane because Tiptoe Lane, I can count a number of houses that belongs to Nanadodankwa Akufo-Addo's grand uncle. I'm talking about Nana Ofori-Atta. And so His Excellency was at Tiptoe Lane. Yes, he was at Tiptoe Lane, and indeed he was there. And a lot of people are saying the mammoth crowd that came out to welcome His Excellency, and looking at the way people were just following him and the convoy. Oh boy. This year's election is going to be very, 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 very interesting one. Yes. And so His Excellency Nanadodankwa Akufo-Addo interacted with the traders at Okaishi and at Tiptoe Lane, and commissioned a classroom block at the Accra Technical Training Center, ATTC. The front page of the New Crusading Guide says that President condemns Ododio rioters, says violence shouldn't be an option. Alpha Gold assists Batabi victims with 100K. We will see if hopefully we can speak to Nana Nyako Kisi. Yes, of course.
I know my Koliwa. 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 I know my Koliwa.
And so CEO of Alpha Gold was generous enough to give the people of the Batabi incident at the Achimba 100K. Yes, of course. Let's go and take the weather forecast this morning. Yes, of course. Let's look at the how the weather this morning is going to be like.
This is GN Radio UK.
What's up, man? Send me by UK, me TGN Radio. Forget every other station. If you from me, yeah. We are more than I. Okama Sempa Martini na GN Radio. Forget everyone, Moana Moko.
Yes, of course, and this is how this morning's weather will be like. And today, the Wednesday, the 28th October 2020. The weather is going to be like this. It says it will be cool and a blustery day today. There will be sunny spells this morning, but cloud and showers will sweep in from the west this afternoon. And tonight, still blustery and with some showers initially this evening, but showers should fade by later evening. Chilly overnight under partly clear skies before cloud moves in from the west towards dawn.
I know my koliwa, I know my koliwa. I know my koliwa, I know my koliwa. I know my koliwa, I know my koliwa. I know my koliwa, I know my koliwa.
Prophecy that people will win elections or people will lose elections. It's become very controversial and we are looking for answers. The Christian community seems divided, the general public are angry. We're looking for answers of this prophecy matter. What is the place of prophecy really in the kingdom? What's the place of prophecy?
We have the gift of prophecy, which categorically speaks to edification, comfort, and exaltation, and does not foretell. And men can have the gift of prophecy.
That one.
Yes.
That speaks to what? Edification,
comfort, and exaltation.
It does not tell the future.
It doesn't tell the future, and it doesn't reveal the past.
Okay.
So it's just...
Yes, a very good morning to you, Don Atus. Don Atus is watching me all the way in Thames Mead.
The sign of the true prophet is that what...
Yes, of course. There has been a lot of prophecies going into these years' election, and a typical one is also from a very a woman prophetess all the way in Nigeria. And I'm going to make sure that I play to you the audio of this particular prophecy where the woman is giving some directions to our dear country Ghana. And so we call on all meaningful sons and daughters of the land, Christians, ministers that love the country Ghana, to also do the needful to make sure that going into this year's election there will be peace during, before, during, and after the elections. And so let's just take a listen to this woman prophetess. Yes, listen to this prophetess.
Children of God all over the world, pray for Ghana. Pray for Ghana. Bride of Christ, pray for Ghana. Children of God, pray for Ghana. That the Lord will avert a tragedy that is about to fall on Ghana. Children of God all over the world, will hear our voice.
Yes.
Paul was with them.
Yes, and so this is the prophecy that is making a lot of people calling on the sons and daughters, all Christians, to say prayers for Ghana going into this year's election. And also, I've also been able to speak to some powerful men of powerful men and women of God, and they have also equally said same about this particular prophecy. Others are saying that they are still on their knees and they are praying, and they are hoping that many other voices should join in praying for the country Ghana. Already, we've already seen some for better word, some clashes between the NDC, the MPP, and this morning the New Crusading Guide is reporting that His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has condemned this particular violence, and he says that violence is not the way that we all should go. And so, yes, of course, if violence is not the way we should go, what are we doing to protect the peace that we have always been enjoying in our dear country, Ghana? So, yes, without wasting much time, we'll see. Let's go and see if we can get Raf on the line and speak to him about the particular award that he got for Ghana.
I know my Koliwa. 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 I know my Koliwa.
Yes, a very good morning to my own brother, Don Steve. Yes, and so very soon we'll be speaking to Raf. Yes, Raf. And then also, there was a very good news in Ghana. It is not only Europe that are going into these car electrifications, using electricity to, drive around. It's not only in these advanced countries. There is a company in Ghana that already are also doing some trials and some testing, and it's proving to go very, very well. And maybe, hopefully this morning also we're speaking to George, who is also with this particular company.
This is GN Radio UK.
Yes, of course. I think Raf is ready now, and so we'll be going soon to speak to Raf this morning. Yes, and without wasting much time, let's go and speak to Raf about this Ghana Nasika Digital Micro Savings, which has won a World Bank award. Good morning, Raf.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Very good.
We thank God. For the purpose of those that don't really are familiar with you, who is Raf and what is all about this Nasika Digital Micro Savings platform?
Like you said, I'm Ralph Mens. I'm in Takoradi, Ghana, not Accra. Tell them we're in Takoradi.
Tadi.
Yes. And we started this project way back in 2018 when we realized there was the need for something like this to help informal sector workers and mostly people who are marginalized by the normal commercial banks in terms of they not getting the right kind of digital finance that other people in the formal sector are enjoying. So we took upon ourselves to go upon this route. So early 2019, we got our first authorization from the central bank, and then we rolled out our project on the April 2019. So since April 2019, we've been prototyping our solution in Takoradi only. We've been getting people on board and getting them to save because it is digital. During the COVID-19 lockdown period, fortunately, Nasika was able to still serve its customers without any physical human contact. People were in their homes and they could withdraw their monies and they could also still deposit. So those who joined earlier and they had saved some monies, and during the lockdown, there was some little hardship with people, those who were still able to get their funds after the system and still use it. So it was around the same time that World Bank pushed out a program, and not knowing this program has been going on for the last 3 years. So this was the third phase of a digital identification program for people in some countries in West Africa. So we took upon the challenge, and then we applied to take part in the competition.
Wow, that sounds very, very brilliant. One will ask this particular question, and I think that you talked about Shika. Na Sika. The guns will say Shika. Hello.
Yeah, no.
So the idea came about from Na. Is that correct?
The name didn't come from anybody. Although I have people around me who are called now, but we wanted to personify the image, the brand, to let it feel like it's a human being. So we wanted to give it a name that can transcend across the length and breadth of Ghana. So when you go to the north, anybody called Na there is mostly a chief. When you come to the central parts, which is the Bono and the Ashantis, Na is just a short form of Nana. And in the south, Na is still a title for a female, elderly person. So for us, for Sika, everybody knows that Sika is money. Now, to give it that human feel, we also realized that if it's a woman, then the empathy of the woman is very needed. And we all know that women take more of money than men. So we gave it that image, Nasika. And I've had issues of people saying that, why didn't you choose an English name or something? I said, but Tesla is not an American name, but it's in America. Why can't we use Nasika? So that's how come we got Nasika.
Oh, I see. So that means that the name actually is not a person, but it's just the idea, how you develop.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's very, very, very brilliant and very creative coming from someone like you. What are the target people?
In Initially, we thought that we were building this for the informal sector workers and people who are maybe semi-illiterate, and possibly anybody who can send just a basic text message can use our platform. But it looks like we overshot ourselves, because when we launched it, we realized that a lot of millennials were into it, and people within an age bracket of about 40 years plus, some were still even using our platform. And it sort of gave us the encouragement that no, this thing can be a good thing for anyone, because it's a savings platform. It doesn't necessarily have to be targeted towards a particular people, although our target group was the informal sector workers. But we find that people wanted to find a more flexible way to put away some money, and then at the end of the day, they can still have access to it in their comfort of their homes without moving out and going to the bank or going to the financial institution or waiting for the social man to come. But we did it digitally. So when it's raining or shining or in the night, midnight, whatever, you can still have access to your accounts, and then you can manage it yourself.
Oh wow! Are there any challenges when setting up this particular business?
Yes, in any business, there is a challenge, in the sense that myself, I have another business I used to do. So, and I've been doing it for a very long time. So I came into the tech space thinking that I could do it the normal way things are done. You just register a business, have an idea, you put it down. But the tech space is different. And after a couple of months when we started, I realized that I was not doing it right. So I availed myself to go into training together with my team, so that we can be able to know exactly what happens when how to run a tech company. So we went through incubations, went through some boot camps. We've had training with Innovation Hub, which is sponsored by GIZ. We've had one with SB Incubator. We've had one with iCode, and we've had several workshops and training programs, maybe a day or two training or hours. All these things actually sharpen us to know that, no, to run a tech company is different. That is how come we were able to go into the program with the World Bank and feel very confident, because day one, we knew that our solution was solid. And when we went through about 4 weeks of intensive grilling, and then finally we were able to come out victorious.
This question is a bit tricky, but I don't know if you like to answer it. But I mean, it's very important as well. Has the project been endorsed by the local government level?
I cannot say it is endorsed, but we took part in a program, which is the GoDep program. It was actually launched by the Vice President in Ghana. It was a collaboration between the Ghana government and Oracle International. So we, in the Western region, we took parts here, and we won. We actually won one of the winners of the program. And because it's a Ghana government program, the Western Regional Minister, or the whole ministry of the Western part of the country, was part of the program. So, and the Western Regional Minister has actually been in touch with us. That is Kobe Ochredako, Honorable. I think about a month ago, we even went to his office he's trying to help us get some funding to help us boost the project, because he told us point blank that he doesn't want us to move the project out of the Western region. So for his input into what he's doing for us, I can say that we've been endorsed by the local government. Yes.
Okay. Because that was the question that was really a good project like that needs to be pushed, given all the necessary push, considering the pandemic that we have, so that at least moving forward, it can be something that when in any case there is any untoward, the country can also veer into such particular ventures, since the whole world is now going digital. And I think that that's what the Vice President himself has also been talking about, and also championing all about it. Now, we will go go into the award. We will go into the award, which has brought, a very good image for Ghana, and people like you are something that we need to really applaud, making sure that the name Ghana goes fly high wherever we hear the name. But let us look at the marketing driver. How is the marketing driver on this particular project?
For us now, because of the kind of license that we have, it's actually a microfinance tier 4 license, which actually restricts our operations in terms that we are not permitted to do other operations that hinder the Class A banks. So in terms of advertising, going on radio to talk about your products, hanging a banner or putting up a billboard, you can't do that. It is believed that microfinance is supposed to be run by a group of people within a particular community. So our operations is actually restricted to where we said that we are going to operate, which is Takoradi. So because of that, we have not been able to push out the product very well out to, even in Takoradi, it's very difficult to be able to reach out to a lot of people. We fortunately had a plan. We were using focus groups, youth groups, churches. We attend events, we mount kiosks, we sponsor events, and then they give us opportunity to talk about product to people. We sometimes get access to WhatsApp groups, and they make us do a presentation of our solution, and then we instantly sign on people. So all these things are some of the things that we have done. But going forward, the reason why we're even looking for funding, which we are still looking, was to go for another type of license, which will allow us to roll out our product nationwide. In that case, we could be able to advertise properly and market the solution to a wider audience. So basically, that is what we are working on. So the funds that we've even gotten from the World Bank, that is exactly what we intend to use it for, to get a proper fintech license from the central bank to scale nationwide.
And so far, how has the response been like? The response with this particular project, how is the response like in the Western region, especially Takoradi?
We've been accepted in the sense that, like I said, all the groups or people that we have interacted with, we've attended a lot of events. If you go to our website, you would see pictures of some of these events that we have attended, and we've been accepted. People like the solution. You see, the tech behind it is interesting, so people like it. Even this is just one of the channels that we have rolled out. We have other channels that we are going to push out that would make the product more interesting. So I think people like us in Takoradi. When you come and you mention Nasika, a lot of people might have heard about it, or we are already on the platform.
Now let's go into the award that you won. Tell us about the award, and we will go into other matters, please.
Okay. So the award, as I mentioned earlier, it's a 3-phase project that the World Bank has been embarking on. It's supposed to create an enabling environment for some countries to have a digital identification system for people even in the informal sectors and illiterates. So this has been going on for the last 3 years. So this was the 3rd phase. And this phase, they actually had 2 programs. One was to create a digital system that governments can adapt to roll out ID systems for its citizens. So that part, we did not take part. Some others took part, and 3 people were awarded for their solution. But we took part in the other part of the project, which seeks to create some kind of social protection for people in the informal sector, so that they can be able to put some money aside as to do with either pension, savings, or insurance. So those tech companies from Africa were asked to push their solutions for evaluation and go through the program. So I understand that 208 tech companies from Africa actually took part, and 7 were selected After the 7, we went through about a month of grilling, and then finally we had an interview of about 30 minutes to answer questions from a panel of judges from 7 countries, both in Africa and also in Europe. And then finally, at the World Bank's general meeting last week, Wednesday, they announced the winners, and we came up tops. So that's how come the project all happened.
And was there any reward given to you guys? I mean, aside the awards, what did they come up with? Was it only just a placard, yes, or maybe came with some cash or something to smile home about?
All right. So the whole program was to have a cash award of $150,000. For now, we are 2 winners. We were the first, and they chose the second. I can say that maybe they are going to share the money between the 2 of us, or maybe we are going to take the cash. I don't know yet, because we haven't had official communication, because they said they will get back to us on that. Aside that, we're also going to get mentorship. That's one, and then possibly also we would get help from Google developer specialists. They are going to help us as we, the developers team, to be able to sharpen our projects and possibly connect to some Google services.
That sounds very brilliant, of course. So what is the future for Sika? What's the future like?
The future is Africa. That's all I can say.
Oh, wow.
Because the World Bank is also looking at assisting us when we are ready to roll out our project to some African countries that these projects actually took place. So we are looking forward to doing that. Prior to that, we were already rewriting our code, our software, our app, so that we can be able to switch it on in any country that we get authorization to start from. So the future is Africa.
And so to those that are listening to you, what is the steps for them to also get on board with this fantastic, noble idea and project? And if there's anything that you want to add, of course, you are permitted to do so.
It's very easy. We have one channel that is running now. Normally, I'll tell you to go to our website, nasika.com. nasika.com, and then you can read about it first. There's a link, say join now, and then it will take you to a Telegram connection, a bot. The Telegram will take you to the steps to register, and then you're on. It takes less than a minute to register, and then you have access to our system. That's how it works.
And if anybody wants to, what's the major challenge, before I let you go, what's the major challenge that you think that someone that is listening to you, it's a challenge to the company, and that you need an agent assistant? What will be the question to that person?
I would say we are in the moment of scaling, and we are a tech company, and for us to scale fast, we need money. That is funds. So if you are an investor out there, we are open. We are willing to give equity so that we can be able to scale out faster. On our own, it will be possible, but it will be slow. But if you have funds, we can be able to scale out to the whole of Ghana faster, and also to the rest of Africa as well.
This is a message from one of our listeners and viewers that are watching us. Her name is Auntie Kuku, and she says that, Doc, I tell the gentleman to break it down in simple terms for somebody like me to understand what is this all about. Breaking it down, kakra, Emano.
That's it. I'm breaking it down. Okay. So the point is that we all have bank accounts. We all do. Some of us have several other types of accounts, and like savings, you have an investment account, you can have a mortgage account. There are several of them, even kids account. But we took that part of savings and made it better. So because of the kind of plans that we have, it's actually restricts you to be disciplined, because saving money is difficult, because if the money is in your pocket or it's in your bank account, you still have access to it because you have ATM card. You can even go to the ATM at anywhere in the mall or anywhere and still cash your money. And sometimes when you even have the money in your mobile wallet, it is still like money in your pocket. You can still spend it. So we created a system that will make you disciplined to push some money aside that you cannot touch. It's like you creating a susu box at home and putting money in. But the only way you can have access to the money is to break it, is to actually destroy the piggy bank, right?
Yeah.
So that is what we took. It's that simple concept that we took that will restrict you not to touch the money, whilst the money will be there for you to withdraw. Now, if you have this money in a checking account, the bank still charges you, maintenance fee.
Yeah.
They charge you, you need to have a minimum balance to even open an account. You need to have an amount to be able to even keep it in the account. And even when you want to close the account, you can't even close it because it has to be there. But ours releases you, there's no restrictions on it. The only restriction is that it enables you to be disciplined, to be able to push some money aside. And going forward, we are even trying to have a plan for people in the diaspora, people outside the country, that they want to save money for people, family in Ghana. So whilst they can push money into NASICA, and then family and friends can withdraw over a period that we set for the people to withdraw. So imagine you have a mother, you want him to withdrawing, her to withdrawing monthly. You can lock the system that it is only open at the end of the month for a month to withdraw. Because you might be putting in small monies based upon your daily or hourly work schedules of monies that you receive from the workplace. So it's just intuitive, something to just keep an eye on you to make sure you are saving money aside, and the fees on it are very minimal. Even when you save beyond 90 days, we don't charge you any fee. You rather earn interest instead. The only time we charge you a fee is when you save below 90 days. So that is the best side of the whole thing.
Oh, wow. Rich, Raf, this morning, is there anything that you would like to add up before I let go of you?
I'm grateful for the attention we are getting from everybody. And first of all, we are very grateful to World Bank for this very award, because it's a plus for us. It's given us a very good platform. Now people are recognizing us, because earlier times when we go to places to talk to people, they don't take us serious. They thought that, who are these guys? What are they trying to do? And all that. But now that we've been awarded by the World Bank, people now see the reason for believing in our projects. And I wish that Ghanaians will also fall in love with this and make us become one of the best future banks to happen to this country. Yeah.
This morning, GN Radio UK, we are most grateful, and I believe that as we're moving into going forward, definitely we'll be having more of such conversation, especially getting those that are living in the diaspora also involved with this particular noble and fantastic idea. It's no wonder that the World Bank has really, awarded you on such, and we wish you all the best, and so we will definitely speak soon. Thank you so much, Raf.
Thank you, bro.
Orekodo. All right, then, Raf. That was Raf from NASICA. Yes, and yes, indeed, this is a very fantastic and a noble idea, and definitely moving forward, we know that a lot of you guys should come on board. And yes, it is very, very Ghana's NASICA Digital Micro Savings Platform wins World Bank Award. I'm telling you, it's not just a small award, though, Jack. Why has it? So well, let us all come and support such fantastic ideas. The young men and women of Ghana are doing well, and that is why we don't need, going into this election, we don't need anybody who has his own parochial interest to come and destabilize the peace that the nation is enjoying. Let's go for a listen. Listen to this. When I come back, I will read something from Goodluck Jonathan, former president of Nigeria. Yes, and so just stay tuned, listen to this one. When we come back, we'll listen to, I have something from Goodluck Jonathan for you.
Parliament of Caribbean food. Parliament of Caribbean food. Yeah, but did you, when you organic
Another 30657750 or 4164. Lala, oh, 03 65 2 2 69 30 08 89 65 and 0049 17 63 70 43 518. Inti Salon Herbal Medicine. Aba abadi yankwa.
Talk Show, hosted by Susanna Asante and co-hosted by Rose Mutardi. Join us every Saturday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on GN Radio, where we have topical discussions concerning family affairs and arising matters in the community. Here, we educate, learn, advise, problem solve, but most of all, have tons of fun. Feel free to contact and interact with us on our studio lines as follows: 020-3735-8820 or 020-32-860-185. You can also reach us on WhatsApp on 077-87-793-9958 or 074-6230-9305. For sales and advertising, contact 079-5739-1786. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, TuneIn, and YouTube at GN Radio UK to stay up to date with all our latest posts. Community Outreach Talk Show. Every life matters.
OGB music.
We are more than nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Once I forget. I bring the beat to you. Remain here to say me. Sorry I'm not fine. Today I just say me. Me here I used to be a show me. Oh yeah, ni papa siga for to tell me. Yes, me need you. Now so plenty they envy you. Because I'm in one blog with me view. You guys in the video. I'm out in breathe.
This is GN Radio UK.
Nothing I get. I'm out in breathe. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in breathe. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in breathe. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. You know nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Maybe I might have my birthday. Say nothing I get to. I get to. Very soon my money go come, music a bepe. When if you come to be as a better. This a beauty to grow my shit. To be now again, so I met you. Better again, I'm gonna do it. Mana show it. Medina go. Obana ga boy mami. I'm out in premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in premium. Na mini show. Nothing I get. You don't have me boy I'm here. I thought you said I wanna be a billionaire. Some tia if you an engineer. And let me person me fake I want to be rare. See I'm a brother man. Sometimes me wish say me a dada but I want to be myself, not another man. Nipa who me don't take off my caliber. Me say me get to. Put you next time me no fake. Uma when you be me a we bombo. Me want me zongo. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Remain here to say me. Sorry I'm not fine. Today I just say me. Me here I used to be a show me. Oh yeah, ni papa siga for to tell me. Yes, mini view. Now so plenty they envy you. Because I'm in one blog with mini view. You're into guys in the video. I'm out in premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm out in premium.
Yes, good morning. I see I'm out in premium. Nothing I get. I'm out in premium. And yes, of course. Yenuya Ralph Mens and Yen Trichy and Commando. What is say tell Tigo? Oma Bobom Kate our mobile free Ghana. I tell Tigo. Oma Bobom Katano Wamusu free Ghana. Controversial Ama. I say, oh God, I'm so proud. We every a controversial ama. My birthday. And also a good morning. And also every a mafia was a Dr. Ren and a ba birthday in Tibo Modiana bo and yum the dead Efamanua. Also me bano Joseph Pratt. Joseph Pratt is 5 years older. This plenty Joseph. From mommy to you. Just do the boogie, okay? May God bless you to live longer with wisdom. May you be a great man that the whole world will be proud of. Auntie Eltel Tigo. Almost say I'm running so. I almost say I'm and you're man koye and you're man koye into nene. One more share see now 100% Ediama Ghana. Very soon, my money go come music when you come to be as a better. Yes, Ghana, our epic, information minister said there be and Tissa. And so a credible information. I remember what upon also there. But the countries that are very highly indebted poor countries. Me do ambetuja. I had the two Jano has a Ghana din ebepimwa. Government to buy Eltel Tigo as a Batis Eltel exits. And so yes, of course they have exited. Why no man paying another than Kufa so there be number 2 my individual the beto. 100% Ghana for what? Eltel Tigo, one customer base, 5.1 million. Why? And they just say, hey, amount for pa, just say, you to near my year, or here, the first to be Ghana. STC gets 100 new buses to boost operations. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Am I winning? Yeah, particular news. We what? Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Maybe I might have my bed. Pastor Bianidin, Pastor Payin, Papa, one general overseer, Asoria, Ghana, Pastor Eddie Asimbia Tuja. Asemwa working no was say criticizing Akufo-Addo's water electricity freebies satanic spirit of envy and jealousy. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. And so it's coming from the General Overseer of the Royal Chapel International, and I'm talking about Sam Crunchy Ankra. He says that criticizing Akufo-Addo's water electricity freebies, satanic spirit of envy and jealousy. Nothing I get to. Very soon, my money go come, music when you come to be as a better. This a beauty to grow my shit. To be now again, is what I'm saying. I do again, I'm gonna do it.
Medina go. Obana ga boy mami. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show.
Papa be your friend Akule. And Samu Kukosu Ghana.
I thought you said I wanna be a billionaire. Some you an engineer. And let me person me fake I want to be
journalists be a woman Ghana, one more your friend, one more say, seasoned journalist, Woko Ghana, a dean who do a mamma and call for easy. Ya wanted doctor, professor, I will bet professor, doctor, Kogana, just a dear Kessia Kessian, Yadima mamma and call for more. Then so, and they made in Sembi Ebatuja, Ewa, made in Sembi Batuja.
Am I winning premium? I get.
Yes, I name it in Sembi Batuja. What?
Am I winning premium? I get.
I hear journalists phobia, one would and no more pre incubators. Incubators, woman no more incubators, no more free. Then some could do Ghana, BBI free, woman incubators no free. A month for a Dauroma, Edema, Womo, Ebuabo, scanning the amount of these incubators number. Yet the Bansua Ghana Dauroma, you say, more clear, so among clearly free because more de bois, a Ghana mine war. Sa amount to some branch here, one more from season journalist, woman in the incubators, Yadima or more, no more for Smasi, no more JJ cash. Yes, you are my Ghana, and a free mini war. Yes, soon you buy tan time. And Frank was president to be. Even cry John Mahama or Bakra 3 years, 4 years. What means is sack Ghana drastically that there be. 4 years would mean fancy, sir. Another Chemaron is when you're 19 years. And so now go ahead me crum equine, go ahead me crum quine. Where a little quine say to 20. Aya Bantama, the city of Aya Kumasi Pa, Bantama, Twaba, 80 something thousand by MPP. For her part was a Dao Mukwansu. Yes, soon you are buying where time. Yankani Pimpi. Journalists, if you are Monen Namua, Modi incubators, air bomb, Muderua, Moji Jessica was smash Muhe. Me more beard in Enso, and repayment the dinner to ya. Sa journalists, if we are to Ghana, one with the Ghana, Dean, Edging incubators, I want more to Toma hospitals. No, Muhe. I get to journalists if we are more to incubators said mamu free a dofonia bushia boa edisika ba no ma to incubators no de ache ebi wo ha be hu na bia United States of America Ghana fo to no ma kamu abomu no ma to incubator yes ye fa nkoche no wure bi age ano wo gibia no wo de call hospital so no asa afesumase no wa turn no agisika ne bi afiri wo nsem onyame na ehum wo ye de mudi ma to mako yes the citizen support agenda no afeni yebesase the agenda yebema Ghana institutions have to work on yesase anya de bia na ye blame bema politicians na enso no chief executive officer what that companies bia no what ase no just wo twitwa plane ticket man ne friends and loved ones ne sweet 18 2022 no twa plane ticket mo ko Paris no mo ye shopping e wo Louis Vuitton hey ye mu ina betudwa wo minister nso adebia na wafa wo na eja wo de why wadwene say the plane ticket double cha e de ama elba won ya 22 years won hwa mane nwie ne university na hawa na wo ha no na wo tete no na nso wo yere nso wo yere baako na asaso wo mpena mo na wasa fa small girl ya kan wa adebia wo mane sika and won ko Europe Louis Vuitton ye do betudwa. This kind of attitude have to stop.
My birthday is nothing I get to.
When him brother His Excellency na dan kwa kufu ado bra ya wotumi ba na aba mu ene wotumi aboa mu ene na namwa magina say insa samba ba adwuma no mo ba adwuma de ahye eye nya mo de be hye eye His Excellency ni Ghana ene mo nyam no enema a mo ye no ye de betudwa wai yeah, I had the facts and the truth away. Evidence ni agada, but the citizen support. It does not matter which political party you belong. Come and let us all make sure say we will put people on their toes to work for Amagana.
I thought you said I wanna be a billionaire. Some you an engineer.
Honorable Neelante Vanderpoy. Honorable Neelante Vanderpoy.
But I want to be myself, not another.
Anna, Bannerman. Adisco old boy. More Hena Monfa peace, Embra, Ewo, Ododio, Ebacho, Monfa peace, Embra. Why? Ododio, a common diamond for pa, Uko Fiebim, for Mutifimo, and young for Ketua. Menya 1 bedroom, any Pamakumaku 7, a honomoda. A man for Dabon, Ting Ododio. A man for that street, so I dear son, Conago Ododio.
Nothing I get, nothing I get,
maybe and you may be doing so only more now the watcher of a pen or a paper no watcher to Messi politicians were citizen a year alert no you know me none but didn't papa the NDC and MPP citizen alert yeah the only now but didn't Makumako and throw much chatray and they be on Santrono or Moba not just a Ghana for and I'm say or my Casas Ghana for was short memory in Tino no one mama for wedding and any short memory ni BMO Debbie
I get to
Adum Sito Delight, I didn't Yaduni Mudawa fine.
Where you come to
Adum Sito Delight near dear.
You to grow my
and I don't know, just a sharp and a dawa. Ginger womo, kama. Herbs, papa, womo. I don't know, make a herbs that will be a month will be 3. I may say, I have buying her buy a map, Pomodini womo. I nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Yeah, maybe the many time I make about my sister's keepers. No, there be many whole time. Me time and this is your journalist if we are more journalist if we are most is sumwasia. Money back door. I had the envelope. Area start table more. So our journalists if we are on you guys.
I want to be
a Ghana journalist if we have to be awake. Journalists if we are madam wants to see the Democrat. We are friends of the government. No, Moheni. Church was on my way at 2. Church or 2. IGP of Ghana. Yeah, Quaco 2 about any wide and so by wide and say, Fabio, Mr. Because the will of the people is so strong into with the grown now, you want to say, who do who call but a political party be IGP when we go in masses. And your IGP for baby, I'm back and echo helmo, or my cadem, or Muntmin Nantimpo.
Nanzo plenty the envy.
Yeah, IGP's baby, I'm back Ghana and my cadem, or Muntmin Nante. I didn't pay bin when you tico, or my cadem.
Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium?
Yes, of course.
Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get.
It's another classic.
And here any of these uncommon, any didn't come on. National security bosses, Muntier, national security bosses for Muntier. Why my imagination says master time will deploy tax all the 16 regions of Ghana. Muntier. Information you want to pay you want to pay. Even MPP for the Ukrainian some of a year and you may be a Bimusha one more year. A month for being ninja home. I said I'm a catcher. I will be reading something from a good luck Jonathan. No, making Kayama war. We are badging bar for quadrant anymore.
Nothing I get.
We are badging bar for some way quadrant anymore. Why? What about a Facebook news? I'm a one was shares one my why no I share the my come on program news with which
we are more than nothing I get. Nothing I get.
It's young Koso IGP TNA.
Sorry, I'm not fine today. Just me. Many I used to be as a shabby. Any papas you got for the dummy. Yes, many view. Nanzo plenty the envy. Because I'm in my blog about many view. If you're in the gas in the video, I'm out in preview. Nothing I get. Not many show.
David Asante Pietu. Sir, you're part of TNA.
na minishio.
Election ya kwe yo sa election we no amanfo de ebufuo ni akom na ekwa akoto sene otumfo Krobia Asante Kotoko hene ka kire John Dramani Mahama no amanfo de ekom ebufuo na ekwa akoto. And the will of the people is very strong. Intimenya wadwene say we mo be fa esumase deploy nkofo bi kokọ some regions ekoche say about 20 kodu a no ma da no mo say wo mo national security operative sene ekwa ayawa so no he amanfo ya alert o. Amanfo I alert. When him John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, former President at Yemen Komano. One so must start here. I'm a bomb call for bidding. Your body and your catcher will say, why you so pursue Kwasmesi way. And so, among for TV, Sunni radio, so for a mobile bomb call for Dino. May who say, yeah, Frewa Muda. I have not seen that the government of Ghana and yet the police forces are calling those people to order. And among for TV so and they are mentioning people's name. And when they mention your name, then they come to you. And a friend is saying the police will come to you, near arrest you, near the call cells, near Kwakwa interrogate you. These have to stop. The IGP of Ghana has to work. We are going into this year's election. We do not want anything untoward that will happen. Already we are getting certain things from the spiritual realm. From people that are very prominent when it comes to matters of the realms of the spirit. Pastors, womansu omabiniye, prophetess anyame fa omosu kasa. Woma ka kire Mr. Dr. Red, it is not all that good for us going into this year's election. And both physical and spiritual, no, the signs are not right for us. Both physical and spiritual. And the person IGP, you remain neutral. IGP, you have to remain very, very neutral.
Nothing I get, nothing I get, nothing I get. Once I forget.
When you say a free be comprehensive sexual education, and maybe who's about some comprehensive sexual education, and by a Ghana for pencil, your man paying so a beside the question, or say Ghanaians are not ready, but when the time comes, when Ghana is ready, that comprehensive sexual education, bet me abaso, bet me abaso. The question I hear say it has been suspended. But in Tiabia Yan say, why when you are Nasa Ekotua Bana Sabia, am party be winia, the comprehensive sexual education will be brought back. And I can allow Sati I want to talk for Koforidia. One night, Makuma yensa. Colonel, ya pauchawa. A man for my start here would deploy one say a election, no one as a friend is a national security for enquire the equasi, ewa yawas on your pamuchow. Momoma, our passport to meet to every Ghana. Sebasabasayaba, your children have passport that they can fly easily. Yapamuchow. A lot of Ghanaians don't have passport. A lot of Ghanaians don't even have 3 square meals to even eat. 1 square meal to eat a day, crowd. And to let us not be power drunk, said by force. Said ye Tibiano, ya to say ye conquer the enche, na say yema basa yembra, the best attach chink of work to selves. It is Uncofonia better Chiwamono, woman to me Yaquine and Twaba, and Uncofonia started to see a bobo mudinomodosu. Muheni, the NDC party in taking note. The lovers of Ghana have to take note of this. Ya starting bubon call for bidding, obit in the radio station in the TV so. And what body in one police for Kwachiwamo. Now the question I'm asking is Sadi Pakrono, or in the police a Juma and answer police for Neso Mayoma. Who is working as the police per person? Nipano nye police new. Washamra no kanajini. Na so body na police for so kwakochin kofo we. Yeah, November, no matter chinkofo bebre. Ya start here any information na ya want credible information no ya ba pamochao. We don't need these things. We don't need all these things. Yes, Remo.
Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Once I forget. I bring the beat to you. Many years to me. Sorry, I'm not fine. Today, just me. Many years I used to be as a me. Oh, you ain't papa, you got for to tell me. Yes, many view. Now so plenty they envy you. Because I'm in my blog, but many view. If you're into guess, it's video. I'm out in preview. Nothing I get. Not many view. Nothing I get. I'm out in preview. nothing I get. Na mini show, nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show, nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get.
Into I mean really Bibia a friend or former president of Nigeria Assembly Wakanye.
We are more than nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Nothing I get. Once I forget to. I bring the beat to you. Many years to me. Sorry, I'm not fine. Today to me.
And here Asamoah the good luck Jonathan, former president of Nigeria. Asamoah no Ekanye no about the book. Watch my transition hour. Good luck Jonathan book launch. And watch on was the president elections results. Now I'm about the tougher baby here. Na Ghana for but Jimba for Eddie Aquadrin Minimu. Election no aye komu no. Any political party on what done and Adrian is there. Will avert the will of Ghanaian people no should stand well. Yes.
Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Nothing I get.
Ghana Pempuntio. That is what we need. We don't need quarrels and fight and killing of each other. We don't need it. We are the only last hope of Mother Africa. We are the last hope of Africa. Ghana is the last hope for Africa.
Very soon, my money go come.
For a black man to attain his dignity is the last hope for Africa. All eyes are watching Ghana. Ghana until we are the last hope of Africa. You have to be proud as a Ghanaian.
Nothing I get.
The mothers, sons, and daughters are working so hard. In Tiabesre, Yempesa Basa Basa Ebibeba.
I bring the beat to you. Many years to me. Sorry, I'm not fine. Today to me. Many years to be as you me. Oh, you need Papa, you got for to tell me. Yes, mini view. Now so plenty they envy you. Because I'm in a blog about mini view. You're into guys in the video. I'm winning preview. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. Am I winning premium? Nothing I get.
Yanko makachra say eneno ye say ye be kɔ for mpuntu nnwuma bi a emrantie ne mmaba wana fa gu amoso a wo mo bua ama Ghana akɔ animu. And politicians about done mo say mo be say mo hwe na yesremo ye penisa sa lifestyle tantan we don't need it. That bush life na yen kokun tokwa yenya basabasa we don't need it. That ayawa so lifestyle no amode call ho no time munyai and the NPP for ni bi ya da no mo te say NDC for and NDC for ni bi mpo no na those days ye no say wo mo na nka sebio with all respect. Now, come here to trust them. No more lifestyle, and we are having more babies with sharp teeth. And when people, you best say, going to this year's election, yeah, bomb coco. And Yamunko and Amudo MPP, and Yamunko and Amudo MPP, and Yamunko and Amu MPP as some more. And today, Yania Branty, one a CEO and co-founder of Solar Taxi, and the taxi biaba Solar and Yade, and your petrol near the co. Ghana the PMO. Aren't you proud as a Ghanaian? And idea. Just say and Semino, just say you better won't come and I'll call Ghana, who could not a kamu about say solar fantastic. Now Tim now call George George Apia is a techpreneur with a background of renewable energy, electrical engineering, and a business development. George also holds an MBA and Masters in renewable energy. And one more bets inside what my gun and all the Amaya. And George, yes, George, come on.
Yes, I'm winning premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm winning premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm winning premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get. I'm winning premium. Nothing I get. Na mini show. Nothing I get.
It's another classic.
And imagine see we na say George we are now afraid me dey komo no komo na ba Kama. A good luck Jonathan the no. But the na abema wo and somewhere Jonathan kai the hour of a year transition. That particular hour no, it was crucial and he had to make a certain decision. Yes. He had to make a certain decision. A man Nigeria for it to me after that particular election no one more it to me kwasum duemu na yante basabasa ebia 2020 ya ekotwabe it will be crucial. Said that particular book hour of transition no yem painful ni bi benya bi na omo de tia kwa supemu na emre ne dua omo de aboye adwuma de ama man Ghana ya yes, of course. NNT enche yene George ebetwetwe enkomo na meka say he holds an MBA. Yes, NNT yes na yene betwetwe enkomo. He holds an MBA and masters in renewable energy. And CBB aba your friend no yes CBB aba no the solar taxi nti eno ana George CEO wono edi ho akutene. Hello, good morning George.
Good morning.
I no pay George apomu te sene
apomu
yeah
I'm sorry apomu
Nyamiadum. Now let's look at this particular for the purpose of those that do not really familiarize themselves with George Appiah. I know George Appiah is a techpreneur with a background in renewable energy, electrical engineering, and business development. George, what is this particular what is techpreneur? What is techpreneur all about?
Well, a techpreneur is somebody who is into business, but the business is driven by technology. So the person could be maybe running a software company or leading a development of a product that is fundamentally run by technology, mobile app, ICT, and all that. So such a person is an entrepreneur, but is specialized in technology, so you can call it a techpreneur.
Oh, okay. That is really, really great. We've heard about solar taxi. I've seen, I wanted to show some of our viewers some of the videos, but currently we do not have the videos. I would have loved to share the videos so that most of our viewers that are watching us via Facebook can have a view of this particular, how it is like, having a solar taxi. What is this solar taxi all about?
Well, sorry that the video didn't come on time, but when your listeners go to our social media page, Solar Taxi Ghana, you'll find all the videos and pictures. Well, the solar taxi is basically electric-powered vehicles. Mm-hmm. So as we know, vehicles are normally powered by petrol or diesel, but this time around, we have it's being powered by electric energy. And the electric energy, one of the things that we use in powering is the solar energy, which is converted to electric energy. Then it powers the vehicle. So I'm sure that a lot of people might be familiar with the electric car itself. But then if you're able to power it either on vehicle or vehicle, that then makes it a solar-powered vehicle.
When we talk about electrical cars, for us over here in the overseas, even it's not that common. It's now just gradually, being enrolled into the system. It's not all that common. One would have thought, why solar taxis in Ghana? Is it not that too soon? Why solar cars already? Why solar? Why?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. The technology is a very new technology. But one thing for sure, I think the benefits is something that is not limited to time or limited to geographical area. So the prime question is why not? If this can really help, maybe for other reasons like help with the environment or save costing, why not? Why not Ghana? Why not Africa? But I think one of the things that our customers really look at before they come to us that they want such vehicle is the cost savings, because you get to save money, and it is clear. You are saving close to about 12 times what you would have normally used to spend on fuel, either diesel or petrol. If you are someone that spends, let's say, 120 cedis on fuel a week, and you'll be spending less than 6 cedis that particular week, you will definitely go for something like that because the cost is clear. And also the technology for the electric vehicle has far developed. So now we have vehicles that can go around 400 kilometers on a single charge. 400 kilometers is, imagine like you going to Kumasi and even returning and getting to Konongo before the car runs down. So 400 kilometers on your daily usage shouldn't be a problem. 400 shouldn't be a problem at all. You should be able to move around with less of a difficulty. So the technology makes it easy to work. And then the last of it all is here, we have abundance of solar energy. So either if you have an on-vehicle solar-powered car or an off-vehicle solar system to charge the car, your benefits even multiply, because now you can now even begin to save more than the 12 times. So you can probably save close to 10-0 throughout the week. So I think that these are some of the reasons why it is kind of catching up here, because the benefit is clear.
Talking about the benefit is clear. Does that mean that those cars are manufactured in Ghana, or they are just cars that they brought out from overseas and are assembled in Ghana? And also, if somebody wants to make a purchase of is the car already available for purchase?
So yes. So on the first one, we started with assembling of the electric bikes. So we have the bikes for delivery services, and then those are used bikes, especially if you come to the north, there's a huge usage of bikes. So those ones we started assembling here. We have an assembling plant both in Kumasi and Accra. We also assemble the tricycle, either for passengers, like as they call it, the Kambu vehicle. But for the cars itself, we are working on beginning assembling, starting from the first quarter of the next year. So we are working on having our assembly plants fully put in place for that. But in terms of it's for the mass production, we currently don't do the mass production assembling now. We get all the parts that we need, and then we make it available to our customers. Now for the bikes and the tricycles, we're doing 100% assembling locally. And if you want some to buy, it is quite easy. If you go to our website, you get all the details. You can rent or purchase outright. Even if you also want to do high purchase, we have an option for that. All this thing can be done on the website without much struggle.
And let's talk about these. Let's talk about the solar cycles. I understand that is you guys, like you just said, assemble them in Ghana. How is the customers' demand for it? How is it like? Are people welcoming it? Ghanaians especially. Sometimes we are not, people that will like, instant changes. It takes time for us. How is it like, going around and talking to people about this particular solar cycle?
So yes, you are right. As a typical technology and new thing, people don't really have much confidence in this compared to if they are used to something. So that was the clear thing that we also faced. But what we have to do was we have to keep on highlighting the benefit. If you are a courier company or you're a small business that do delivery or so using bikes, you spend a lot on fuel. And if for this you are saving close to 12 times what you have spent on fuel, You as a businessman, you also make money by saving money. So then it is a business decision that make it a bit easy for them to adapt. But the demand has grown over the past 2 years since we started. Now we have a lot of companies that we are working with, and we currently even have a standing order close to around 200 bikes that we have to deliver that we are working on delivering. So the demand, yes, that one is growing, keep on growing.
Great. Now let's look at because I know that the what's the main reason behind this particular solar taxi? I know that since you are into sustainable environment, somebody who is also an advocate for making sure that we have, we don't have polluted environment. Is that the reason why you've gone into this particular project?
Well, one thing for sure is that electric vehicles is the future of vehicular transportation, not just in Africa or Ghana, but in the world. And in the past 5 years, we see a huge rise in that, because now we are all being environmental conscious and thinking about sustainability. How do we do business, but at the same time make sure that we're not destroying our environment? I think this is a push for the global market, and then also something that a lot of customers are beginning to appreciate. So that is a major reason why we also want to push this. But in our part of the world, to emphasize to is on to save money. And that also matters to a lot of people, because if you take a normal taxi driver, they spend more than half of what they make in a day, within a period or in a month on fuel. And it is difficult that you work and fuel takes all your money, and then the fuel price keeps on increasing. So then you as a person you like to then save some money to keep it to grow. So also for us too is a way of making sure that people are able to make money through saving. Not spending so much on fuel and diesel. So these are the key drivers for our end. Being able to push this technology to people, save the environment, and at the same time grow your business.
Now let's come to the brands of these taxis. What are the make of the taxis?
We for the car, we currently have 3 types. We have the hatchback, we have the sedan, and we have the SUV. All of them have different specifications, but in terms of duration, which tends to be what customers tend to be interested in, we have some that can do over 400 kilometers per single charge, some that do between 300 to 400, some that does between 200 to 300. And then some that do below 200 kilometers. Those ones are relatively cheaper. So those are the kind of specifications. Also, we have some that can charge very, very fast if you are charging them, and some that don't have such an option. So it will more boil down to what the customer wants, but we have these options available to make it a bit easy for them. And also, if you are a customer, as I said earlier on, if you can't afford to purchase it outright, we have the renting option. So you can say, okay, I want to rent it for 2 months, 3 months. And the rental option is just as owning the car, because the car is available for you throughout. You send it to your house, you use it, go anywhere you want to go. So that also is a better option if you compare to something like taxi service or Uber service, because then you have the car to yourself and then you can then move on. So you can do the monthly rental. It still allow you to enjoy the ownership of a vehicle, but not spend so much capital on that. For the bikes too, we have the different types, also based on the distance that you want to cover. In a tricycle too, we have the different types too, also based on the distance that you like to cover.
Now let's look at because over here in the United Kingdom, these electrical cars have outlets whereby one can charge their batteries in case they run out of it. Is there any outlet where when somebody purchases these vehicles, these cars, they can go in case they want to recharge? Is there outlets like that? And if it doesn't, how soon can people be able to make a purchase? Because, for instance, I understand that some of the cars can charge for up to 6 hours, right? And
That's true. That's true.
And so, for instance, if maybe I make up my plans that I'm leaving Accra to Kumasi, and then I will return, and then maybe I go there and I don't come the next day, but then I find myself engaged in other activities. And where can I recharge my battery to be able to return back? Are there outlets like that?
Well, this something that we are working on. It's something that we continues to try to address. But our first baseline design is most of our customers, if you look at their routine usage of the vehicle, they don't do more than.
Hello, George, can you hear me? I think that we've lost George, and so yes. We will continue very soon. If George can listen, can hear me, kindly. Okay, let's see if we can get George back again. Okay. All right, and so we're speaking to the CEO of CEO and co-founder of Solar Taxi, and that is George, and they bringing something very innovative, something very new, something very beautiful and fantastic. And I think that it's something that all of us have to get on board and make sure that we help the company to grow. Already, many countries are already going into this particular solar electrical cars, and so there are some years to come, we're not going to use fuel to, put into our cars, but it's going to be more or less about electricity, solar system, and that is what we already have some in Ghana. Electric bikes, yes, electric bikes are there in Ghana, and so yes. Of course, you're listening to GN Radio UK, the station. Yes, we listen to GN Radio UK. The name, of course, is Dr. Ren. And so, please, if you haven't, this is your first time on our show, we'll welcome you. And this is where we speak the truth, nothing but the truth. And the truth, they say, always set us free. And so, yes, of course, here we are. All right. Let's see. Before we get George back on the line, let's see.
Ow, Chain C on the beat.
I said, Dr. Ren, good morning. Doc, this morning, the woman that says that there's going to be, we should pray for Ghana, we pray and reverse that particular prophecy. And in the name of God the Almighty, we pray that Ghana will remain peaceful and also a beacon of Africa. Yes, we are indeed the last hope of Africa.
They want to change my destiny. Wanna be a millionaire.
Also this morning it says, Mamiokia says, Doc, I wanted to ask Mr. George this particular question. I wanted to find out that how soon can people in the north, we love riding our bicycles. Is there any places that we can get purchase of these particular solar tax cycles? They Antiama says, Doc, Charlie, this one is very, very good, educative. I'm really enjoying the program this morning. First, it was Nasika, and today we're also having solar taxis. I'm shocked, pa, Ghana pa, and was solar taxi. Wow.
Untouchable like a pest.
Yes, of course, but they want to. Let's go back and then just give George these particular questions that a lot of you have been asking. Welcome back, George. And hello, can you hear me, George? Yes. Hello, George. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, I'm back here. Sorry for the connection.
Yes, we understand. Some of our viewers and callers have been sending in some messages. One is from one says that they want to find out if they are up north in the northern region of Ghana, if there is any outlets that they can get these solar cycles, so that he can. She can make purchase of some, especially in the northern region. They are more used to riding a cycle. So, and this one is also saying that solar taxis in Ghana. Oh wow, Charlie! First time. I'm really surprised, and it's really good news. This is the way to go. Yeah, so George, on the outlet of the question on the outlet in the northern region, if somebody in the northern region wants to make a purchase, where exactly can they get one?
Okay, so we have an office in the northern region. If the person could send us an email at sales at solartaxi.co. So sales at solartaxi.co, not .com, .co. So if you could send us an email, we will get back to you with the details and the process of completing that. So the person can do that, or the person can also go to our website and then also do the transaction online. But if you could reach us either by the email or by the website, we'll gladly work on you getting one of these. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to this particular one. We were talking about the outlets. If somebody can get, in case somebody have traveled to Kumasi and 6 hours couldn't return, and where are some of the places?
Yes. So the outlet, we are making plans to install one, but if you have a vehicle that, and most of our vehicles are above 300. So if you are using any of our vehicle, you are likely to be above 200 kilometers as a single charge. In that case, you don't really have to stop to get to Kumasi, because Kumasi is about 270, 250, depending on the route that you are using. So you should be able to confidently go to Kumasi and charge in Kumasi when you get there too. In Kumasi, we do have some of these outlets so you can charge and should make it a bit easy. But we have a partnership that we are rolling out, that we are going to install more charging units across the intercity routes, like Accra to Takrade, Accra, Kumasi, Accra, Aflao, then Kumasi, Tamale. We are going to install such intercities charging point, and then we also do intracity charging point for Takrade and Accra and Kumasi, which for Accra and Kumasi we have commenced with that. We hope to start with Takrade in the course next month to do some charging point to make it easy. And then lastly, if you purchase the vehicle or rent the vehicle, we do a free installation for you in your location so that you can easily charge from your house. And the vehicles can easily be charged in your house. If you even have a 16 amps, like the sockets you have in your kitchen or your garage, a system amp can easily be used. So that one, you don't need us to do any installation for you. You can use that system amp and you can charge from your house easily. If you don't have a system amp, then we can install our outlet for you so that you can easily charge from your house or workplace.
Very good. Now let's see about before I let go of you. Talking about these particular very good initiative. Is there any support that you are getting from government, and who have been your sponsors so far?
Well, that's a good question. So we have been engaging the government. I think our biggest problem so far has been the tax and the duties on our parts that will be used for assembling. It raises our cost of sale or cost of product to about 40 to 30%. So without that, we can easily sell our technology to Ghanaians at a more affordable rate, probably about 30 to 40% cheaper if we are not being experienced this high duties. But we have been speaking to government. Government so far got back to us on our charging points that for the charging instrument that we install for the part that we bring in, are willing to give us tax-free on that. So that is something that we welcome, but we want them to extend it to the part for the cars and the vehicles so that it can be cheaper for the Ghanaians to afford. Because then, for instance, we currently sell a hatchback at 79,000 cedis. So 79,000 cedis, we could bring it close to about 40 to 50,000 cedis if we are getting a form of support from the government in terms of the reduction of the duties. And this make it very competitive with all the other, and this is a brand new cars anyway. So if you are getting a brand new car, let's even at 50 or 40,000 hatchback that you can use for Uber or that kind, it is very, very competitive. And so these are some of the things. The bikes like this, we can sell it for a very cheaper price if we get like tax rebates on the parts that we bring, which make it easy to sell to a majority of a lot of people. And this is good too, because even the government also is facing an issue of more supply that we are paying we are paying for, even though we are not using it. So if more people increase the usage of electric vehicles in the country, the government gets to sell more power to people. Then the government stop incurring losses that they are currently incurring as a thing. So I think, yes, we hope that it can get better going forward. But currently, we have enjoyed a lot of support from MasterCard Foundation. They have been from us from the first time that we built our first prototype in Marseille. They came in afterwards to support us to scale it up. And that as well has brought us this far the past 2 years. So they have been very, very supportive of us.
Okay, that means that currently, where is the offices located? Are you in Accra or in Kumasi?
So we are in both Accra and Kumasi. We also have a workshop for maintenance in Takoradi, and then also we have a workshop for maintenance in Tamale. We are looking for the open more workshop, because currently, if you buy or rent any of our car, we provide you free maintenance. So you don't have to worry about it being a new technology, people cannot repair it. We do have all those repairs for you. And it's coming for us too. So you don't have any, if you have any issue, we replace it for you. That much of a problem. So we have footprints in Takoradi, Tamale, Kumasi, and Accra. But the two main offices are in Accra, Kumasi, and then the workshops are in Tamale and in Takoradi.
When I was introducing you earlier, I said that co-founder who are also members of Solar Taxi.
So I have my partner Kakra Sasa. He is the one that basically we work this thing out with. Yes.
Finally, to those that are listening to you, to the Ghanaians that are listening to you in UK, Spain, Italy, Germany, all over Europe, what do you have for them when it comes to solar, this particular initiative? But before that, let me read some of the messages. It says, this one is Equia. It says, Doc, this is a very fantastic interview and discussion with our brother. My question is that how many people is he employing? Considering this, won't the government, catch in quickly to help this gentleman so that we can employ more Ghanaians? And the more Ghanaians that we employ, we can take people out from the streets. This one is from Equia. Let me read this one. So from Mami AC. Mami AC says that, Doc, a very good morning to you and George. I'm listening to you all the way in Milton Keynes. And I'm sure that by the time I get to Ghana next year, not this December anyway, next year, January, for the new year, I will try and see if I can get in touch with George and see if I can get some of purchase of these solar taxis, solar cycles. But I want to find out how much the prices are going for so I can prepare myself. Yes, George, and yes, before I bring, yes, so finally, before I let I go to Georgia, this one is also from Francais. Francais says, solar taxi in Ghana. Wow, we know here this news crowd, Charlie. Big ups, my brother. You did work pa. This I'm listening to you from Germany, and this is my first time hearing the Ghana's solar cycles. Hey, Asempa Charlie Ghana. Yeah, baby. I don't know about that anyway. So let's go to let me go and see messages from Finland. It said this is how we develop a country. Listen to you for my first time. The first interview was great. This one is greater. This is the way to go. The young man is employing a lot of people from mechanics and also making sure that this particular global warming, Ghana's climate will be more better in the near future. George, God bless you and big ups. This is people that we need as a country. What do you say about these messages, George?
Well, I'm really happy to see that my fellow Ghanaians are excited about what we are doing. It has been a very hard work for the past 2 to 3 years. We began with a lot of research about our own vehicles, and now we are working on scaling them up. So I'm very happy to have such a feedback. I just want to let them know that anytime they are in Ghana, even for a short period or a long period, they can either purchase or rent any of our cars. And then they will enjoy the best of electric vehicles and solar cars here in Ghana. And it is here to stay, and we are looking at growing the market from here. Also, we also want everyone to know that we are also looking for partners. So if you are interested in working with us, even people that also want to invest too, we are open to that. So you can reach us, you can email us, go to our website, email us, reach out to us, and we'll be glad to talk to you. We are open to partnership, and we're looking forward in working with anybody. So your next car in Ghana, I pray that it's also a solar vehicle, and let's push this electric revolution here in Africa. I think it has a way of helping us a lot. For the employment part, yes, we are providing a lot of employment. We are providing a lot of employment. And we are looking at growing the total number by close to 200-fold in the next, by mid-year next year. Currently, we have over 170 people that we have employed. I must say that close to about 80% of our staff are women, and all our engineering team, that is made up of over 60 people, are all women. So when you come to our assembling workshop and all our workshop, all the engineers and all that are women. And we are happy to promote that, yes, women can also be involved in engineering and also can be involved in innovative stuff like this. So this is something that we are not just also bringing electric vehicle to the people, we're also using this as a way of supporting women, especially to take courses like engineering and all that, knowing that they have opportunity in such a places like solar taxi. So this is something that I also want to put out there. We look forward to working with everyone and also for everyone's support. Thank you once again for this opportunity too.
Before I let go of you, let me read one of our cherished listeners and a brother, Chuke Abrakwa. He says, "Can you please ask if one of the if on the aspect of purchase, do one need to pay outright, put down a collateral security or a set amount of deposit in order to have one, taking our economic circumstances into consideration?"
Well, we have a high purchase arrangement. Which is very, very flexible. We don't put a collateral. Currently, those that we work with for high purchase, we just have to do a good background search on you. So far as you have a good social capital, and we make it easy to work with anyone like that, meaning that you can pay for that. We also work with some banks to provide a vehicle loan. So for people that want to purchase, so you can purchase through a bank to make it easier for you. We are working with ABSA. We are also looking at extending to work with Stanbic and EcoBank to make it easy for people to purchase too. But on us, we are very, very flexible. We don't take a collateral. We just do our background search. We take your documents. We review it. We cross-check the details. If it checks out, yes, it's a straightforward. It's very, very flexible. If you want to rent too, you can just rent. If you can't afford, you rent a period where you can afford, then you can purchase. Or rent a period where you can want to move to high purchase, we will then reach an agreement with you to move to high purchase. So.
George, this morning we're most grateful for your time, and if anything comes up, we will definitely call upon you. GN Radio UK, we're most grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listeners too for your time.
Yes, of course, and this is some of the fantastic, innovative things that some of our Ghanaian brothers are also doing to help our country, and this is all that we need. This is all that we need. This is all that we need to make sure that we grow a country. And George is the CEO and co-founder of Solar Taxi, and holds an MBA and Masters in Renewable Energy. One of these days, we'll be calling him and we'll be talking about the energy sector, the way forward, how we can all help to make sure that we have a clean system in terms of climate. Yes, of course. And also, I forgot to ask about this particular advantages and disadvantage of this particular car. But anyway, I'm sure that next time when we have him, we will speak about it. And I'm told that in terms of pollution, this car is very, very, very good. I mean, the emission level is very, very good. Yes, of course. And so, yes, this morning, you tune into GN Radio UK. Of course, the name is Dr. Ren, and I'm told that Airtel Tigo, and they say that they are packing their bags and they are leaving the country, Ghana. Yes, the reason being is that things are not going well, and so very soon Ghana will be buying the Airtel Tigo 100%. Yes, this is the way forward. Once again, you join here with Dr. Ren, and let me read some of your messages before I open the phone lines. Before I open the phone lines, let me read some of your messages. And this one says, Doc, you're doing a good job. Good morning to you. Good morning to you also. This is one coming from Auntie Abena. Says, Doc, this one is also from today the when the show them say yeah too much politics mama phone tie pressure didn't you know mama phone eta yes of course and you know I mean I was still no wasugusia wuti GN Radio UK yenti we kakra
Ow, Chasey on the beat.
Obasua Jini Diwa every ghetto. The we family no no. So surround yourself with people who know your worth.
Small time.
You don't need too many people in your life, just the real ones who appreciate you for exactly who you are.
They want to change my destiny. Oh. They want to. See, they want to. They want to change my destiny. Oh. They want to.
Let me announce the phone lines.
My destiny. Oh. They want to.
But before I announce the phone lines, I told you that I'll be reading something by the president, Goodluck Jonathan. Of course, you will be there.
Wanna be a billionaire. I want to be there. Wherever my destiny day.
But let me tell you that COVID-19 is real. Why? And so make sure that you protect yourself and your loved ones and your family. The cases that we are getting from Ghana is not pleasant. Some are even with the opinion that the people do not want to come and then share the numbers because they are afraid that when they share the numbers, it's going to scare people coming out to vote. But whatever the case may be or whatever the case is, please make sure that you protect yourself. Your life is very important. And so let me read to you from Goodluck Jonathan, former president of Nigeria. It's a bit lengthy, but then hey, it's worth reading it. And so, good luck to Jonathan. It says my transition hour. According to His Excellency Jonathan, he says that Jonathan said on the 2015 presidential election result, I knew what was coming the day before I called General Muhammadu Buhari. I had reports on the polls around the country. It was clear the results were not going to favor me. Apparently, there were many instances of irregularities. There were series of problems with card readers, resulting from widespread technical hitches leading to the normal non-uniform application through the country. And he says, I quote, for example, no, Yes, of course, and this is where he says that, look, for example, for some inexplicable reason, INEC had been able to achieve near 100% distribution of permanent voters card in the north, including the northeast, which was under siege with the Boko Haram insurgency, but failed to record a similar level of distribution in the south, which was relatively more peaceful. According to His Excellency Jonathan, he says that some social media was filled with all manner of stories, pictures, and videos. I was settled in my mind that I was not going to be the sitting president pointing out these infractions and accusing the opposition and the very INEC I helped to strengthen. He goes on to say that the world saw my orderly at the polling unit in my community in Bayelsa State, where the card reader refused my PVC. Africa for you. Even after we tried repeatedly during accreditation. And it was the same with my wife and my mother. It was a moment that exposed the shortcomings of INEC. However, I was heading towards peace. Stopping the election on voting day would have been like detonating an atomic bomb. After we managed to vote upon filing the incident forms, I left Bayelsa for Abuja to monitor the election and collation of results all over the country from the 29th to the 31st of March 2015. The country was tensed. I had to do something. I could no longer wait for the collation of the final results. The pressure of the country's streets was palpable. In Lagos, people were ready to burst loose on the streets. And in the north, the stage was set for envisaged violence. One of my party's agents in the INEC National Coalition Center in Abuja, Elder God's Day, Orubebe, eventually got into heated argument with the INEC chairman, Professor Atahiru Jiga. That further raised the tension in the country. Everyone was expecting the worst. I knew it was time to dose the tension. Now, why I considered defeat? In bracket, I was fully informed about the manipulation, intrigues, intimidations, and betrayals. The consequences of the conceding were only better imagined. My natural instinct of peace automatically surfaced. I was going to make a decision which will reflect my commitment to that ideal. This is the foundation of my essence. In my periodic projections into the future, I did not see how I could be presiding over any kind of chaos. I was prepared to promote peace, unity, and progress of Nigeria. It was a huge sacrifice, but I hope my readers believe me when I say it turned out to be one of the easiest decisions I ever took while in office. With my mind made up, I knew it was time to inject peace into the tense polity, especially before INEC completely collation. I was in my living room with some ministers' aides and friends, among them with the coordinating minister of economy, Honorable Minister for Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala. Hey, that's it. Nigeria, no know. Honorable Attorney General of the Federation of the Minister of Justice, Mohammed Bello Adoke. Son, the Honorable Minister for Aviation, Mr. Osita Chiduka, and Waripanu Wie Dudafa, my Senior Special Assistant of Domestic Affairs. They were recommending sundry alternatives, but I was quiet in the midst of their discussion. I hugged my thoughts, figuring out what to do, which was best for the country. My personal interest was receding rapidly into the interest of Nigeria looming large. I excused myself and left the sitting room. I walked into my study. Even here, my mantra was a strong circle around me, supporting and comforting me. Let the country survive. Let democracy survive. My political ambition is not worth people being soaked in blood. More reports flowed in and I could not wait anymore. The announcement of the final results could not take issues out of all our hands. It was time for me to take action and bring peace to the nation. I felt I was destined by God at a point in time to inject the peace serum and dose the palpable tension in the country. I reached for the telephone and placed a call through a state house operators at about 4:45 p.m. A peace I had never felt since my political sojourn descended on me. It showed me where I had been in the past 16 years and where I was then. I smiled at a thought of what I was about to do. I waited calmly for the person at the other end of my call to answer. Buhari. Hello, Your Excellency. Me, Jonathan. Your Excellency, how are you? Buhari answered. I am all right, Your Excellency. Jonathan replied, "Congratulations." Buhari answered, "Thank you very much, Your Excellency." For several seconds, the line was seized by the loudest sense I have ever known. Then we had a brief discussion. I could sense his relief too. He knew what could have been. Here is a man who had contested 3 times and lost. Maybe my gesture humbled him against his expectations because he thanked me and talked about the handing over process. Everywhere all over Africa, Asia, other parts of the world, everywhere all over Africa, Asia, and other parts of the world, countless death has been recorded on the scores of elections and power dispute. I mentioned Cote d'Ivoire earlier, where people died in their thousands during post-election violence. A similar scenario had unfolded in Kenya. African nations are more prone to post-election violence than other parts of the world. Only very few African nations have not experienced post-election violence on a very good scale or some bitter power tussle fed by tribal or ethnic sentiments. I hung up the phone, confident that my decision was right for Nigeria and will probably have a great impact on Africa. It may well be the beginning of a new perspective to power, a perspective which places national interest above personal preference. It should not always be about winning. After my conversation with Muhammadu Buhari, which lifted up my spirit greatly, I felt better and light. It was time to break the news to my ministers and aides. I wandered back into the living room. These are people I came to know after a period of time. I anticipated what their response would be. In my newfound calm, I stood before them and I told them what I had just done. The elections were over, I called, and congratulated Muhammadu Buhari on his victory. It was time for all of us to move on. Stunned silence greeted the room for some time. And after they overcame their shock, they all congratulated me. My aviation minister, Osita Chidoku, sought my permission to tweet my phone conversation with Buhari. I obliged, and he did. The country was no longer waiting for declaration of the election results. The nationwide tension automatically dissipated as though a red-hot piece of iron had been dipped in a bowl of water. My transition hour. Good luck, Ebeli Jonathan. Wow. This is from Good Luck, Jonathan. Going into this year's election, will our president and former president concede defeat without throwing Ghana into chaos? Are we going to see such matters? Are we going to see it happening practically to Ghana?
This is GN Radio UK. Welcome to Wednesday.
Welcome home.
My love indeed has grown for such a gentleman.
Done for much too long.
The South were ready to back him. The Northerners were ready to support Muhammadu Buhari. You could have imagined what would have happened. A population that was almost about 200 million at that time in 2015. The SS Africa couldn't have been able to contain. This is a true persona of a man described as a peaceful person. Let me announce the phone lines. The numbers to call us is 0778 793 9958. Yes, 0203-735-8820. Let's go straight to the phone lines and welcome our brother. Yes, of course. Hello, good morning. Hey. Hello, good morning, Krabia.
Good morning, Dr. Ren.
Pachapum to say.
Doctor, Yamiadum. Also,
Yamiadumo. Ukraimu.
Yes. Doctor.
Yes.
You can know I'm so bored. I say a prophetic even now, boy. But to me, you say prophetic because prophetic, that is the Lord. But Sinipano, can or the Nigerian can be here. This is no prophecy. Let's try to correct that one. Yeah.
Only do you see a prophecy? Or no, see a prophecy. I'm saying a what? But both audio nina.
Say prophecy. No, it was who send a prophecy ever. And it was who send it. Send it. Same year. For books to say, but.
You can.
And yet, who heard the Elijah, my friend saying the Elijah Moka, the Jeremiah Moka, the Samuel Moka, you can see, say, no, straight from God, and you're not the end of the camp. Until the end of the infant.
To the Yanshani say, whether say a prophecy,
a prophecy, and your prophecy, that's it. Two sana mono, and the most important thing, being prophecy or not, and only the but the end was a boy home because for the past over 20 years ago, Ghana has been peaceful from running so handy over to Yeman Penindada Kufo, a Bepping Samri, Ghana, Yente Basabasabia, or ye Abatu. Into yet this time, and Yababete say Ghana as a ten like Cote d'Ivoire, like Burkina Faso, Togo, Nigeria, and any other African country, Yampenesa, Yapasumbi, Inti, yes, sir, Ubia, Sisian, Nana Kufadona, what is so. Inti Sibinia, when I was here, the Casa de Chel, because Sisiano, when I security, we had the commander in chief, when I security, Ukrem, Inti, I was on my security near the Juma, Nambasabasa, Ibia, Ekosua, Enyano, or more perpetrators, they should. They should brought them to book. And yes, they belong to, MPP. Now I was because on numerous occasions, who even security front they belonging to Ghana Police Service, but Ghana they are not part of the police service. Sano mani the Sakayede eba. I was a Ghana security, because we give it to Makwa now, or the Aqua could be in a branching. Meanwhile, Unipan of say you is a police, and so we come no one, yes, any penny. One, no, someone security, I was saying, Napapano, 1 year and a half. This time round, baby, I do know. Young person, what did you call video? Our in the pajamas, what you call church. 1 man, now, no one here, Papa Bear. Oh, Kandapa, and say you time I would in the pajamas, the pajamas, the video. One shiny woman in now. And your friend say right hand and about a back hand, some about 6 years at 2 any break. Because about one we say, good like Jonathan, he took, very, very position or get you to now a very, very, very tough.
The south of Nigeria for no, we have the River State, we have the Bayelsa State, we have a friend is saying those particular region almost studio. Yeah, can't say amount for many Dinia, many Dinipa, we had the northern sectors who are full and info in so
but one casa name first will be an person be, but or man who because even one soul. Akaba kunkura ewiya ankana yewono but we put the people's interest first ahead of one another and we den we dey GBB atum on any day obi wo ho a omo ye egocentric they will not even accept the results on because still no me na man winning because I am in power but one way no this is what we want in the rest of the African leaders
because we especially crown on ankasa ekoto aba no what did the kokromotisi so mpo no crown na a friend say electoral machines the crown programming recognize it ne yire nso saa ne maame nso saa enka president mu ade enka hompo kra de enko betumi afa so kra ye yamransem
enso enko betumi aka say machines no kra no enye functionable. Ebia you betting up for this election and then another one. But when take those saying these are the kind of leaders we want them in Africa, not a selfish one, the greedy one. Doctor,
I see.
MPP, yen can be in French MPP. Me found you will be back. Doctor, says here. One said before some people better power no. Make a whole lot of in trying to swear we are the Ghana we are why you me mo dear opunimo dear mention them. But doctor and no no na Ghana for you say why say obi bra na back for me we o mensika. Nti say na ku for say oba no betimi fight corruption na san kofo ni obetimi achechi omo na corruption rate no etimi unless we Ghana dia yemo na ku for do omo because you say na dey on so survey in some funds and so na ku for do buy wa ba special prosecutor. Until now, you check papa weka, and once an ample, you won't be. Yes, that's so. Omani does so check papa weka. Omani does so check papa weka. Until opening what until now, I did telling us, Sansa Moka in an Yantrana.
In some way,
Kofano Motago almost say, and Kofano Motago almost more digan as Sicano, our modest house on one able ball more Ghana. I know, say, and you opening there are a lot of them. Inti sanko phone me person me bisa say na yentro e na no mo de to mo so because after now o manage reses will be di o mansika attorney general ene ho ko ba mo di sanko phone e ba na mo ye mo yi mo thorough investigation na sanko phone mo prosecute o mo
ye na fesi for mama
me prosecute sanko phone bi Intimate prospective will be allegations here go so and now can Japan TV station so now I can say we so kukumwe Ghana Police Service, what are they doing? Are they becoming
yes they shouldn't have sex sana mete
doctor who said me who be say aban we no our capture no maybe more into some institutions be more they can't operate. They can't do their own thing because the hierarchies, they've been brought into some of them. Paying for a woman, you have to tell them. It is a bibi or hokra was a pemuka, and yaka. Ghana yari, they say big issue. Ghana yari, but no quarter that whole they will never tell us. No matter cost what Ghana any day, and yet, and no one because I know Benya Ashanti region, Ashanti region. Let's say be a Benya will be to say, won't me no chamana. You can imagine. I do not have a brand or bar. And some who and on Babaki can go among so without any tangible I say a EBA encounter, no matter the trial, I can try. Young from Krumha, Doctor, make me as a month will be so, and I saw the cast of
your crab. Yeah, but that's it. Young phone line, so
winning a year, you be down.
Yeah, that's it.
That was a doctor.
Your crab, I don't know. Young Kona, yes, about good morning, about your Mwakaba.
Good morning, doctor.
My mamma cow said, on my Facebook, no more a kanda party, and a crab yaka, and woman and I swore up and down to go Facebook and send you that one any tea. Sabato,
Mr. Papa, you are joining.
Now they when you're national, when you're Ghana, Sikani, Editiano.
You tear Papa, when we say, dear, now buy about security crowd watching the voice.
And to the area, no.
Yeah, the course or Ayawaso. The course war, Kumasi, they said a security coordinator. The course war in church room. The course was separated, and I say, your coach will win 9. Kandapa visit a crowd when ye be. And so, if Yanika maintain pussy a friend or parliament is said, Omran only in Simbianumpo. I don't even know the Ecoso. And this is where we are as our mind. Now, the dear crop yakan, no say, Nanado Afagana for no Muntino. And a man made an intimate company when their dad become a president. I almost want to NGO our Mojeji Sika because Yabao Dr. Ray not one yana president and appointed why you'll be fired. And that's all it's about. The year Rebecca, Mame Rebecca, so on also at the NGO, on also Nenam GMPC, baby I owe Sikafa, here Tema Omo. And no. Yes, one deserve. By ordinary person, the Dabi. A biom can I ended up making say, can for Riata Bank, data bank, and only a Kojilunga, or no, the broker. Bear said, loan be a YGB 8% of size 6 Kana Yajano, a banner, and the bank worth more than 5 billion Ghana cedis. And Mra, no Mumba by Muno, now or below cry, near kind of millions and a billions. And this is where we are as a state. And Akufo-Addo need this 4 more years now. Our mobile doctor, just to enrich himself and his family and protect them for another 4 years. That is all these 4 years I would say. What more can he now is about? The beer, but doctor. Oh, say, Jonathan, your friend is
good luck, Jonathan.
Thank you. What will the statement already, you know? And until me, I yama who say, me NDC, me capture say NDC was born from the balance. Now you have better democracy after implemented democracy. And we the NDC, you know, Yakurano. You practice democracy, MPP for under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo. MPP for democracy. And the anti-Nama make that. Election 2016. Shout out to Crampo and declare not JDM accepted results already. Meboa. And the impose attention or tension of a beco for Mana Meboa.
No correct.
Okay, future MPP for record. Passing way they be America. Until so will be pulled out to say NDC a issue statement whenever there is a defeat. You are 2/7. NDC you didn't go me and need na you so acceptance speech. And it's in public domain. Go and check MPP there. So I'm with the the statement to be about after election. Maybe we are into a first statement in that. Maybe we are crom for. And this is where we are as a mind. But doctor, the defeat is coming, and they can see it clearly. Among would say NDC in Kunim DNA, but say both sides, you know. Among young kwala ewo politics movie. They know when the defeat is come. Omunim omoko grounds so they could see say and then the enormous but clearly, you know, doctor, say the impuntu juma. Any leadership on the Tuaba. And unless it will be person or catch me so on your plan or who are there. To me, can't tell me that John Dramani Mahama 4 years and then Nana Akufo-Addo did. Nana Akufo-Addo has done better than John Dramani Mahama. And who can now that? I think the who shall call Mesika John Dramani Mahama. any sika aba Nana Akufo-Addo nsam any ministers and Nana Akufo-Addo any ministers and John Dramani Mahama any adwuma a omo ye no 4 years John Dramani Mahama stand tall everything Nana Akufo-Addo ntimi mba abontin me debate osuro debate lawyer ni a osuro debate anya Nana Addo amenti
na mo his excellency ono emra no ye president enya ono na ye ka se wo mbra debate wamba debate no
so we say this is where we are as Oman and some no ba yentimu korampo na yempesi e bedia to because they didn't America and the winning MPP ni kasa wada so ka dumu so wasem say they came and solved it na webusa say one na dey America ni ka power buy e bia na Dr. Ray Uke John Dramani Mahama issued that on one condition on one platform ya ka tire Ghana for say IEA and I from saying
no
Omo de yanko ya no omo nko debate because ye be hu so omo na ye MPP for asama ye kan ye no efiri ho ye see any platform a wo ma ye ready no meet them squarely there
okay
amba so tatam no nanado ehu so wo no krampo no we debate to win because he could see say things are changing enti emfa no enti no eya ye make and no clear this time the opposition leader has true challenge and our platform be also say Mosuma o mampeni say onko mama disika ombu e waso obu akonta mama obu akonta no and the debate doctor who feels in a democracy world no say two leaders and now say debate who here and kiye nya bi ukruma kiye nya bi America under this pandemic debate is so important to say ubetimi aba no abehwe omo ti ho nanim na waka ensam bi a eye nokore ne de anya nokore because no anya dia ubetimi atwa ntoro enti anu ntino na nado hu say ne performance apenya because ubawa even say your education crown na NDC we still stand for upon implementing the free SHS we the NDC we still stand for when it comes to education in Ghana because the results are achieved under the a leadership of Professor Jenano Pukwadimano. They didn't see that. Whether it's a BCE or this thing. A BCE that. So BCE are catching me. And we are all the sectors. We stand to Nando and Timmy Bambi because he has said the Biami catching doctor radio issue. When it comes to borrowing, maybe when it comes to borrowing, they have failed. Family and friends. They have failed totally. A BM a currency, our Moka Wansam. A BM MPP can want some as a chocopy, a chewing stick, a corruption, and the corruption state etiquette. Doctor, and pay under that SMBC na Meraho, my men far and can want Sanamako. You see, and say, you say a Dabias issue, Ama Sama Meboa. Na Emma and Palan 9-4. Omogu ejana hye wo mo arehu sem ewo mu ni say enkwala ne maame eja nkwala na yi ho e ka punu tumu e de safo a e de wo mu nue kuma ba ko ka ho hye ne ti so wo ko all night ne kunu ni ho doctor o ko all night akobo mpaye ana watu nkwala mu e de ki na kuta e de ko if you need a compound house share house there but ejana started say eton could you believe that emposan kwalai to so mu pie sa atama mu ntimi mpie ene mu se ye kun kwalai ansa na eja no so e ba be ka ho e kun kwalai enti mesere ta ma me na kwan bi e wo se Ghana ban de ne faso no mo mfa ne faso no mo ntwe na so na enya so die emma ya ma me no ne ye nua ma no mo Ghana they take things for granted say me wamba o mother me ko o na to bi eni wa o hwe we cannot go on as a nation like that. It is normal. Belongs to the nation. Just like that. Punish you be. May that say no opportunity. My doctor.
It's about to Aniatine. Yanko phone so. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, William.
Boko, free. Your time in Tino, Bono, for my
very because I'm ready for so. It is how can be said. I could what they say. You see, or do no. And yes, I was a corner.
Ta no kan ye.
Papa we do ho sere pa.
Oh.
Papa we do ho sere papa. Anaya wo.
Organizer.
Won no.
Ye man penyin o.
Anya ma we nyina koso.
Ye man penyin no.
Anaka. Ye man twofo. A wakwose sawo mo sakra. Sabe akonfo ano mu ni dwumadi ano mtutu boto. Ana wasesa wo mo na wo mu di sa manto aso mu we. Emra do say ana ne nkofo we adi sa manto aso mu ya. Papa we atima panish wo mo da. Emra do say ya hwe ayi emra wo no akura ko yi wo bi papa. Se wo nkoye coordinating council wo Ashanti region. Wo mu ko to papa yi Pro no, I'm a papa is in the Buya, and one of the Yara some quiet because this is no, and you're Juma on Paso. What man no mushy? What man no mushy? And what she, and also Omo Court, and Omo Gagu, my members was everyone you so are dead, or Timothy at them. Omo Gagu, so, and Mamma, me, Johnny, and the rig in the more, you know, to 2 years. I just said, I'm in a bear more. Nkamami nkankwa nsankofun bayari den ko bayan de gobini anu be sinna yanka ho hwe ata so biema ya waso wogo ya di wo man sika asan aye ati committee ya me ya hwehwem ni ade verdict aba papa we si ho what man ka ho hwe ntiane amanfo nim de wo ye Ghana police Ghana soldier security ade ni mo homo. Now, Papa, we no see a branch be no general or ye board ye need to pesa walking a papa. It's a police for one. A police for one. Our cool what do by shiny moon, a by shiny moon, Debbie. Now I can't hear the
not on my show, Debbie.
Debbie, now you're shiny moon oil. I don't know which one to crack at our mother. And you probably over to your bush house a state then. What I said? What's your state BBB? And I know where you state you there. And I want to know. Send your right to you. Or to your police you need now. Police you know. I just have to what to me that way. And I know do MP. And that police station one and for crab bonus. Now police going now. And that police station one. I think someone would be kind. The best in that and no question. And now, who do the channel? Other catcher Ghana for say, and you say, now what's your corner? And you're the commander in chief. And you're a police for free. And we did last week, not on phone call for a police, a blind anti worry. A police company for a sort of company for a wolf, a chrono. And I walk out the judge and you say, your corner. So I start here, you best start dinner. And also I start some of the American video. Meaning, we are sure that. Otie ana wonim panfo otie wa video so nti wate ya di ba sese papa wo bo brabo ni wo bo mafu na se enagana fo so le tia se yam pa obi mu a o de pata private na so ya de pata private na so ka ba to
yo you better organizer your time nti ya ndase nyame adom otie na
better so so de mama ni ya better ta kufu ado pa o result this year
yo
o result no na ka so what man ko galamsa what the presidency so
yo come one so yeah that's it organizer that's it hello good morning organizer hello good morning
yeah pacho ma che Efrem Akosia yeah pacho o mun susu meye president you ati anyefe o ma GN radio ko adani NDC DN radio do adai
antiako
too much do any Enyina obia nka so bi meye bone wo Ghana wate na mama wona dani GN radio
anti akos nidie mu a sebio medie gi se ebia obeye me maame etipenye edie na abrantie kan ya atem didi a entimi ma ho kwae yanti maame nka bi yanti akos na mebisa se edie pote na abrantie ne kan ya se dia oboy na mka jense there be he should address the president when didn't attempt directly he said certain things you could disagree with him and that's the opinion that is how the democracy is all about yentimi nyina ya nkoba nkurum se obi an support to MPP ana me nyini so say nyina so be ka se nyina so ekọ NDC and anyade nso amema ho kwan say his excellency na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo will be din enim betwitwi from the wey din atemwo Oka papa nam say there be he should address him as the president or no but in some more kind of there you could agree or disagree directly when to me and you so where be a say be obegas would di your man paying atem to misraw send ya frey ya ogas ya ma radio way INDC radio no me pa chow me gidi say obi so tie so ano so be fa won abufu say ade na so ba ya won so disrespect Dr. Rensa but say be we me ma me panyin me nimu de but voice no kire say be we ma me panyin enti mentimi ene wo enye sa na mesrese ye ba nso nyina ma ye kasa ho nti yesi say obi ya ne ye mpede ya yenso ye ba yenso enye ne ye enti ye besre ye mfa kasapa radio way GN Radio UK ye ntro say NDC radio and ye ntro so say MPP radio so what you say enti mesre let us keep our opinion to ourselves and remain with the fact ye kwa ngba so me time nti pacho ba no abone tofa mai good morning.
Morning, Dr. Ren.
Morning, Sir Gabo.
This is your old brother, Sir Gabo.
Sir Gabo, your time in 2 minutes.
Okay. The media, the job of the media is to inform, to educate, and entertain.
Yes.
But in the midst of entertaining, educating people, objectivity should be the central piece of the media job. Mr. Gabo, Metikurman, Ganani, Utimbia. Senior Ganani, Bia, Cassin for Ghana form. Either politics or economics, then you're the crowd. Yes, a man today.
Now, what to say Ukrum, Sakrawunu, and a Wamutrasema easy, and for ballot box in Miss 7 December, because Wama Quine, and it is Sakrawunu for say Wamudie. Ahemfofo amomomunu so am say we be nim no free easy no day ballot box eba ho na your man for development amba dia enya asempa eno so what
what you mean
sakra no pa me de sakra no pa free way there e ka me bi say when me din komo wi a na wa frɛ sakra no
I wish I had this maybe say man say maybe chia or the maybe some nemu ade abaka no say baby she na president ka so would be ni see ekon waka bone se president ka say ododo fo no mo e di ntina oso bi kun obi so bi di mbinti obi so bi di president nti wakoto okon na me ni afra Dr. Ren enya reho every Jamestown home even the level of development and go for eto ne ekon ko kra enya reho we need education. The president can say, we just have a corner. We are same beer. Also, we be previous. Oh, one papa, I could for the Nakasan. We could pop the after the classmate. Hey, Papa, at the Boneco, President, what is all? And he is that. No, but what landing, Bonicum,
was I a deputy organizer for a big political party?
What the COVID is a look at the way Wakasa. This is a Obabucha, Mabuchin room, or Kasakran, Mabuchini in room. Look at the way he speaks. A Ghanaian living here in a civil country.
Meda se me time in Sakao no. Meda was me time in Atinayan to us. Why? And source no, Ghana whereby was it don't bring ballot boxes here if you don't fix our road. Sakra no. Woman eka woman say John anyway ye jeja womumu inti bomodi anafo wedi koko why ye mfa development in koko why mesre ye da se
Dr. Ren I'm come last one
there be time inti nyame ya adu machina ento aso why
and this is one we are almost we are in a comfortable lead you know like answer
and that's what come wo and that's any pana come wo ya man appointment one in African country wo monitor election ye fancy ya say John yes me ka say John
MPP go there power you can the national prosecutor say anything
yeah that's the time need to patch up
one surface out no you me time no
mummy fancy ya FNC radio station no nya NDC na nya PP dia obi aba no abekere na adwene na emom yemfa kasa de yemfa nkyerɛkyerɛ ya adwene why mesre eyiase ekopie mu hwɛ o de ma ma wonhwɛ eyiase yo ekopie mu wo eyiase pa na hwɛ Ghana fo ewo eyiase de wo no mo kyerɛ wo ho eyiase yo eyiase ene wo ho no a wo hwɛ bi ewo ye Facebook no Eyase na amanfo di asa ne MPP nwum ne NDC nwum asisuo no Enti ahana mde mwesi openyi esiema ene doctor ebetwetwe nkomo ano pay enti no ya ready yes koso ana tie beda se wo hwe yen nyame adom nso ochina nyame adom a ochina nso so yebeto aso kama me ha ena mde mu besie God be with us all.